My name is Arthur. I'm he, once and future born to be, Celtic chieftain, knight of old. I am the story as foretold. Loyal knights must come to me, bowing to their destiny. Where'er we find them, we'll right wrong, for this must always be our song. The cauldron and the cross unite, Christian and pagan join our fight. Reunite the Celtic creed in its time of greatest need. Arrived from Avalon, 87, Arthur Pendragon, June 11. I'm head of one of the largest Druid orders. How we resist is we fight. Warrior Druids, the loyal Arthurian Warband, and we will be marching throughout this summer with the people against this oppressive government. We fight for truth, honour and justice.
They insult all religion!
Hey! There are a number of different issues at Stonehenge. They need to cure the congestion on the 303. It needs to find a fix. Originally, they thought about a northern route. That went out because that was MOD land, and of course, the army now need all that land. Southern route, well, you'd have to take on people like Sting, who own big houses. That leaves what? A tunnel. Cheapest way of getting around that is to do a short bore tunnel.
The government want to build this to get traffic moving, a 1.8 mile long tunnel underneath Stonehenge.
They are failing to respect the significance of the wider notion of the World Heritage Site.
We feel sad because of the message it sends to our children and our children's children about how we don't respect our heritage.
Yeah, the trouble with the tunnel they're proposing at the moment is it's too short. The archaeologists are against it. The Druids are against it. A lot of the locals are against it. The people who are pressing at the moment, it's got to be said, it's English heritage. Me and English heritage have a love-hate relationship. They love to hate me. Our ancestors will be turning in their graves, literally, if they start digging underneath them. I said, yep, go for it, so long as you've budgeted for the biggest protest in Europe, do it. To which they said, how do you know there'll be a protest? And I said, well, I'll be leading it. English Heritage became a charity recently. They've, to my mind, become nothing more than money grubbers. And all they're interested in is making money out of Stonehenge. And now they've got ridiculous, because now they're making more money out of pilgrims and tourists, right? And I can prove this. You go to English Heritage today, they will charge you £5, and they'll do this at weekends to bring more money in. Go there for the summer solstice. Go there to pray at the solstice as a pilgrim as opposed to a tourist, and they will charge you 15. That is 3 times as much. They are charging me, a druid, 3 times as much to go to Stonehenge and pray and lead them in prayer as they are charging a tourist who goes there today. So you tell me they're not making money out of spirituality.
After 16 years, they have decided in their infinite wisdom that they're going to charge it. Were this a mosque, were this a church, were this a synagogue, you would not be charged to pay to pray.
You can dress it up however you like. They are charging me more money to pray at Stonehenge than they are charging you. I took them to the European Court of Human Rights at Strasbourg in '98, and it was ruled that the exclusion zone in and around Stonehenge was only legal if they could prove it was in the national interest. In the case of national security, they couldn't and never have, never applied for it since. So we got to go. 4 times a year you are allowed to go there and worship in public, with the public. That's the solstices and equinoxes, and that is what I took the government to the European Court for back in '98. That is what I fought for, and that's what we got. And if that's the only thing I ever do, it's made a difference. I've been head of my order since 1986, and basically I've been fighting for truth, honour and justice since 1986 and protesting against injustice since 1986. It cost me my freedom on occasion. I've been in jail a number of times. I was for a while naked on the block in protest, and I've been arrested for my sword and a number of other things which I fought in court and won. My long-term gain is you know, to have no regrets written on my gravestone. That's it. If something needs doing, just get out there. Now, I believe in leadership by example, and I believe in leading from the front, not pushing from behind. I just say, right, let's do it. And if people want to follow me, they do. And that's how it works. So, my goal, to die trying, I suppose. Druid orders. Mine's one of the biggest orders in the world. It's much the same as any other religion, it's just that we are pagan. We preach among the people.
The knowledge of justice, and in the knowledge of justice, the love of it, and in that love, the love of all existences.
We believe in everything, and everything has spirit. A misconception is that pagans worship nature. We don't worship nature. We worship the divine, but we see the divine through nature. We see the divine through the very earth we stand on, which we refer to as the Mother Goddess. We see the divine in the sun, which we look upon as the male. So there's the male and the female and the twinning of the two, and that's what our religion is based on. I want Stonehenge to remain a sacred place of worship at least 4 times a year, and I don't want it to be any less sacred. So I don't want it to be disturbed, the sacredness of the site itself to be disturbed. Like I say, the plans they've got encroach on the burial mounds and the ancestors. The sacredness of the site itself, I don't want the sacredness changed. So I want Stonehenge to remain like that. I don't have any specific goals in mind other than what I just said. As long as I can have no regrets written on my gravestone, not that I'll have a gravestone, but if I ever did, that would be the epitaph I'd choose. As long as I can play Born to Be Wild.